All right, welcome back, folks. Rudy, Alpha Investments. Today, I wanted to make a conversation regarding the Pokemon Evolutions situation from a couple years ago. I want to give you a little bit of backstory and want to explain kind of how this unfolded and where we are now and why. I know, beat me up, do the double thumbs down, make fun of me all you want, but I actually don't think the Evolutions boxes are in a bubble. So, when Pokemon Evolutions came out, the original release of the booster box is similar to a Roaring Skies or an Ultra Prism and these other sets. It came out, there wasn't enough supply to meet the demand because it was that throwback nostalgia product. That's all it was. A lot of people were very bearish on the product because it didn't have all the fancy EX, WX, ABC fancy super full art, double XY cubed, lollipop down to the taco. It didn't have those items. So when Evolutions came out, it sold out really quick. There wasn't enough supply. All the stores, we had to wait to get an additional actual restock of booster boxes, which came a while later on. So that was how it started out. The box prices, instead of being 80 to 90 or 95 on eBay, they popped to about 110, 120 immediate release with this Evolutions Pokemon product a couple years ago. Good old XY era. Am I right, everybody? At that time, I remember a little time went by, and then I was contacted by one of the distributors that was really trying to capitalize on this Pokemon boom from Pokemon Go and Evolutions released during this period. And they actually acquired a couple pallets of Pokemon XY Evolutions blister packs in the Master Blister cases. I don't know if anybody remembers this. I know some of you out there in the Pokemon world, you know exactly what I'm talking about because I know you who bought those products from me. Look at you, SM Pratt. I remember you buying those cases from me. So what ended up happening was I ended up striking a deal and buying all these Pokemon. I mean, it was tons. I need to find the old video and I did a Card Shop Life video years ago when the truckload showed up and I filled the entire main area where the table space was with these cases of, it was no joke. I swear it was like 50,000 packs of Pokemon Evolutions. It was insane. It was insane. So anyways, I ended up getting stuck with a lot of them because I had a hard time selling them. Even, 36 packs for like $80, $90. I couldn't sell them worth a crap. We had a couple infamous distributors under a fake shell name dumping sealed boxes of Pokemon Evolutions. Once the restock and the market stabilized and they tanked the price of Evolutions to the typical, I think it was like $84.99 shipped on eBay. So I couldn't sell my 36 blister packs for the same price. Everybody would just say, well, screw, why would I buy Rudy's 36 Evolutions packs for $85 when I can buy the infamous distributor fake name for $85 for that? Why would I buy Rudy's? So I had a really hard time selling them because by the time I got only sold like 20-30%, Pokemon restocked the Evolution boxes. Prices kind of collapsed back down, stabilized the typical bottom feeding pricing garbage. So I ended up getting stuck with a lot of Pokemon Evolutions items. As time went by, the market kind of went out of print and kind of reinflated to like $90, $95 a box. So I was able to unload a lot of and most of my Pokemon Evolutions booster pack position. I think out of like the 50,000 booster packs, I think I ended up selling about 40-something thousand packs. And don't get me wrong, I did okay with it. I made like a 15% return or profit on it, which again, I'm not complaining. It didn't take a loss like I did on Roaring Skies. Pokemon, man, drives me crazy. So, as you all know, in the leftover Pokemon and Rudy's bathroom thing, I still have probably about, I would say maybe 5,000 to 10,000 packs of actual Pokemon Evolutions left, and maybe, I don't know, a handful of sealed cases that are shoved back there of just the actual booster boxes. So that was the original time frame. Huge boom of Pokemon Go. Then couldn't hit supply. Distributors were even trying, then all we had left were blister packs. I went for that, did that. Then eventually, supply, reprints came, market stabilized, cooled off, nobody cared, prices dropped. We all on the same page? So, 2016, 2017, went bye-bye. We moved to 2018, 2019. Sun and Moon era started to happen. XY stuff was just made fun of as garbage. And I made videos on this channel. I'm going to do some funny editing videos with those about how it was all garbage, this and that, and blah, blah, blah. So this is what happened. Now in 2020, with this huge nostalgic boom and all these big influencers jumping into the Pokemon vintage market, and obviously original first edition base sets being $250,000 up, Even unlimited booster boxes being, what, $50,000 a box now? Insane. I mean, even the German French first edition boxes are like 30, 40, 50,000. Probably going to go to 100. It's insane. So obviously Evolutions became the next best thing because it was still the nostalgic throwback set. So when the price of Evolution boxes went from that $80 to $100 a box, right when they popped to $150, a lot of the big stores online, I'm not going to name drop anything, but you guys know who they are. I'm sure you've all been to the websites. They give you free gifts when you check out. They have $5 off 50, and they do these coupon code sales, and they have message boards. You know what I'm talking about, these couple different companies. Right when the market price on Pokemon Evolutions went from that 80 to 100, right when it popped to the 150, 175, all of a sudden a lot of the stores around the country and big dealers said, okay, open the floodgates, and they started to unload a lot of the positions in these warehouses of the Evolutions boxes and cases. And then, when the market price for Evolutions boxes in the last month or so went to $200 and $250 a box, that lured out a lot of the amateur and most of the investor collectors around the country. Because simply put, if you have a case of Pokemon Evolutions, you paid $85 or $90 a box, and that $90 box triples to $250, most people are going to sell. You see my point? If that 90 goes to 180, 270, and you can start selling for that 270, I mean, do you see what I'm getting at, everybody? When you have that double, triple up type price point, those are usually kind of historic kind of checkpoints that people walk away and lock in profits. And you can't blame them. It's a prudent thing to do. It's a conservative structure. Usually long-term investors have those things. When you have the double up, triple ups, you always lock in profits, maybe play with the house's money and restructure, reevaluate your next moves in the market. So the same thing happened with Flesh and Blood first edition boxes. Okay, so here we are, folks. Evolution boxes were at $200 a box, $250. At this point in time, the market is literally like a big magnet, and it's absorbing and attracting all the collectors, investors, stores, distributors, evil 3% beautiful ladies, evil investors, the Tesla in space. Everything around here is getting sucked to this magnet because of the profit. I mean, if you have a case of 6 boxes and you paid, what, $500 for a case of 6 boxes, and suddenly that case of 6 boxes is almost $2,000. I mean, people are going to start locking in like, dude, this is a lot of cash in 2020. So when that price moved so drastically, then we had the attitude of, it's a bubble. Everybody, I'm going to lock it in. Rudy, I'm walking away. Dude, it jumped so quick. I'm locking in the profit. I'm getting out of this. I don't want to ride it back down. I don't want to be a part of Beanie Babies 2.0. Am I right? So this is the situation. Flesh and Blood's doing the same crap right now. Pokemon, on the biggest scale here, because it's a major, major collectible and hobby, it absorbed the market. It cleaned out the supply when we moved up to that first step up. We had such a big uptick, it absorbed and wiped out the supply, and it changed hands to newer people who now have cost basis of $200 to $300 a box. And now that Evolutions is $400 to $500 a box, it's dry. The supply, the people who are going to sell sold. The people who are going to buy jumped in at the $200 to $300. And now you have this even next leg up, which is the $400 to $500 leg, and that's why it's not a bubble. Like it or hate it, you can be angry at me and just thumbs down if it makes you feel good, but this is what's going on. These are the facts of the situation. Based on what I'm seeing, and the fact that now I'm getting all the messages of people just saying, oh, Rudy, no, not a big deal. When it pulls back, I should have kept mine. But when it pulls back, I'm going to buy in. And again, every time we get a bunch of messages and I see comments and everybody messaging me saying, Rudy, when it does the pullback and things cool off from this overreaching price point, I'm gonna buy in. I want to get some. When everybody wants that, it's not a bubble. When you have everybody wanting the product and just saying, I'm going to wait for a 10-20% pullback, then I'm going to jump in. That's demand. That's organic growth. That's just people saying, well, I'm just going to try to get a good deal. I'm going to wait a little bit and I'm going to get it. So, conclusion, I'm here to tell you all, Evolution's at $400 or $500. It's here to stay. I think over the next couple of years, unless we experience a full Pokemon crash and reset, it's probably going to push towards $1,000 a box. It's going to be the #1 hot one for the XY era, mostly because of the nostalgia play and the unique nature of that particular product, and it's flushed out the market. It's awkward, it's weird, but you know what, everybody? That's just what's going on. I'm blown away as you guys were. I should have kept my product. but I didn't. I sold all my product like most of you did, and it was a mistake.